Hello everyone, this is BluesHeart59 and I'm going to go over some troubleshooting for your automobiles. They make a tool, it's a hearing tool, also a engine stethoscope, and I'll show you that in a minute. But do you ever have a car where you hear those funny noises in your engine, or a pulley, or an alternator, or a water pump, and you just can't find it? Well, I'll show you what you can do. You go to Auto Parts and pick these up for probably anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks. Or you can use ratchet extensions, and I'll show you that. This is called a engine stethoscope. It's like you go to the doctor and you see where they listen to your heart and your lungs. Well, this is same setup basically. It's a stethoscope, but they call it the doctor's term. But I use it for automotive troubleshooting also. It goes into your ears. Each one goes into an ear. It's attached to a bar that will pick up sounds in your engine or pulleys or water pumps or alternators. And you'll hear the engine internally. You can pinpoint where the sounds are coming from. And that usually goes into here. This is a screwed on piece of metal. That works pretty good. Then you can also, if you don't want to spend any money, you want to be cheap, you can take ratchet extensions and make them to the length you need. But if you're using a ratchet now, you'd cuff this here with your hand and put it to your ear, up against your ear, and then you could pinpoint around the motor where you're going to go with it. But you got to be careful with that because you can get your hair caught in the engine, and it also, you don't want to do that. So I use that if I don't have any other tool, but that will work, and I'll show that in a second. But you want to use the stethoscope. Okay. And both of these tools are available at your auto parts store or in your tool. You might have these in your toolbox, the extensions. Everybody does. But yeah, you can get this at auto parts store, specialties, whatever. You do these tests, you want to make sure to be careful because, like I said, there's moving parts. Long sleeves, hoods, ties, long hair. And I'm going to leave the engine off when I do this diagnosis or show you guys. Normally the engine will be running, so just be cautious and be safe. And I'll show you the techniques on how to do it. So, okay. This is a cheap way, guys. So you have extension pieces in your garage. Snap them all together, and you want to do is you want to find those sounds. Yeah, you just hook these together. Okay, that's the cheap way. What you want to do is you want to put it up to your ear, kind of hold it flush against your ear, and you want to poke around the motor. You'll find out where the noises are coming from, and you want to be careful too because you don't want to get your hair in a pulley, or you want to make sure you don't get the end of this stuck between. Because the motor's going to be running when you're checking that stuff. But I'm shutting the engine off now because I know you can't hear the camera. But you want to make sure you're not going to hit something that's moving on there, okay? So we're going to show you a cheap method here with this piece down in the motor here. Because you always got those sounds you can't find. So the engine's running. So now I got this cuff to my ear. I'll be able to hear, if it's an alternator, you'll hear the bindings in there. If it's making funny noises, you'll hear that. Okay, you can check that. That's your alternator. You can also go down and check your idler pulley down there, so you'll hear noises and stuff. You can check the cylinder heads right there, and you can also check all the valve covers for noises in there. Now I'm going to show you the other tool now. This is the stethoscope. This is I prefer using this one because you can get more accurate sound. All right, and you'll notice that any slight movement, you'll hear it. It's really sensitive to noise. You don't want to bang it around because it's kind of rough on the ears. But anyway, so let's say the motor's running now. We want to find out where those funny noises are coming from. So we're going to do the same thing, but this is with the stethoscope. Same thing a doctor uses. Okay, I'm going to listen to okay. So I'm going to hit the body on here. I'll hear if it's binding or making funny noises. I can just check all these pulleys. You can check the idler pulleys, but right there on the solid part that ain't moving. You'll hear noises. You'll hear where them bearings are bad. You check water pump. Be very careful. Get in between here. Check your water pump. That's making some funny noises. You can check down and check your idler pulley there also. Yeah. What's nice about this too, you can find out if it's you got your lifters in here. You hear that tick tick. Sometimes you don't know where it's coming from. There's 4 cylinders in this side. It's an 8-cylinder motor. You can check 4-cylinder or even a 6-cylinder. But they all have lifters. If you hear that tick and you don't know what the hell it's coming from, you can listen to each bank. You can test touch the valve cover here, and you'll hear them ticking in there. You'll find exactly which one it is. You can go down the line there, right? You can also check and see if it's like a block, a lower crankshaft or something like that, big like a knocking. You're not sure. You can touch the engine casting, and you can check the block just by above the manifolds there. You can push it against the block. You hear internal noises in there. What's cool about this, you can also check your injectors. Each injector, you'll hear them ticking away there. Tick, tick, tick. You hear them. You check each fuel injector. Touch each one. There's one on each side, one per cylinder. You can check all those. You can hear if they're ticking. So this is. Oh yeah, one footnote to tell you guys. I mentioned the injectors ticking noise. That's normal. Injectors automatically do tick. That is pulsates fuel to your cylinders. Each cylinder in a motor has an injector which pushes the gas into the cylinder head. So yeah, they tick naturally. Okay, all right. This is gonna get you the sound. You'll have an idea what you're looking for. And like I said, you guys, hope I helped you out a little bit. Blues Heart 5.9 tech tip: how to find them weird noises. All right, peace out, and have a good one.